16 kgs, and he's extremely confident that this 16 kgs is going to be permanently off. All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, parents. Today, I have a very, very special guest with me, Mr. Effendy, Abang Fendi, who is a VIP Body Thrive client, Body Thrive VIP client of mine, and also, of course, right now also is my good friend, someone who I look up to, and someone who inspires me. Even every single time I see him, I feel very inspired because this gentleman lost 16 kgs, and he's extremely confident that this 16 kgs is going to be permanently off. And of course, we are still work in progress. There's still things that we can improve, and perhaps we can have a bit of an introduction. Bro Fendi, how are you, sir?
Good. I'm fine. Thank you very much. Feeling good.
Yeah, and I thank you so much for being with me today. I haven't been on live for quite some time now, so I'm a little bit what do you say in English, kaku? So
Steve.
yes, so please bear with me. Yeah. Okay, so maybe we can start with how we came about to this idea of getting into interviews for now lah. Yeah. So a few weeks ago, Bro Fendi was talking and telling me lah. He says, hey, you're doing all this live and all that, but you're always talking to the same people, and when you want to reach out and help others, it's the same people who are watching you. So I realized that, and as we know, Facebook is a little okay, I don't want to say stingy, but Facebook, it will control, right? It will throttle the traffic. It will control who sees our post. So with this, hopefully, with our little sharing and collaboration, if you want to call it that way, we can reach out to more people. Yeah, the intent of this is to inspire others to get started. You all know lah, in 2020, this year, it has been a challenging year for many of us. And let's make 2021 a better year for all of us, especially when it comes to our health and our bodies. Yeah, when we improve our bodies, we will improve our mental state, we will improve our quality of life. Yeah. Okay, Bro Fendi, thank you so much for waiting, sir. Perhaps maybe you want to share with me a little bit on your experience so far in the VIP program, having me as your coach, sir.
Well, I started the journey in the middle of February in 2020. The fitness journey is not exactly new to me because in many past years, and this story may be quite familiar to some people, you always get into resolution mode, right? At the end of a year, right? And one of those resolutions can be quite common in terms of, having better health, and that can translate into losing weight, or getting fitter, getting more condition, doing races, and so on and so forth. So in my case, in my younger days, I used to play team sports, right? I used to play rugby, football, sepak takraw, right, and so on. And so I guess basic fitness, I had it. But as you focus on career, focus on raising a family, taking advanced studies, for example, or even doing community work, whatever it may be, you tend to forget about yourself, and that yourself, you need self-care. So when I started on this journey, I remember I used to do a lot of things. Name me a diet, and I probably dabbled in that diet, or I read a lot into that. Or working out at the gym. I used to work out a lot, even when I was traveling for work. I used to work out a lot. I swam a lot. I even took swimming lessons to make sure that I can swim freestyle properly, right? At one point, I could swim 20, 30 laps, no problem in the pool. But somehow, even doing all of those, I never lost weight. In fact, I saw, how come the waistline keep expanding? Huh? And then in towards the end of 2019, I played futsal with some friends. And after I played futsal, I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk for I think a week. Right, I went to see an orthopedic surgeon friend of mine, and he said, "Hey, you have grade 4 knee ligament wear and tear. Grade 4, by the way, is the highest grade of deterioration of your ligament." So, and then I thought, no, I got to do something about this, right? I can't. So I still do, or to a lesser extent, lower back injury. I also have knee problems. And then, of course, I have 4 children, right? My eldest is now 20. My youngest is 13, all boys. My older 3 fit young men, right? And I thought, well, I do want to be around for them. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be, I don't want to do all this doubling. And I felt that I needed someone to show me the way. In the past, I used to have coaches, but they were all fitness trainers, right? And they were only involved in the workout side of things, right? Showed me how to do things and all that, but didn't help me lose weight or become fitter and so on. So I thought I'd look around, and what I needed was somebody to show me the way, because I felt fairly confident that I could do this. But I needed to know what is the right way to do this, what's more effective, what have I been wasting my time on? Were all my swims really useless? My time in the gym, were they really useless? Is there something wrong somewhere that I'm not looking at, etc.? So that's how I reached out to you, and then I got on this journey. So far, so good.
Super, man. Thank you so much for sharing. So I think a lot of us have this same challenge. We feel and we think that exercise is the way to get a better body. Number one, of course, it will increase muscle mass if we do it the right way. And we have this hope that with exercise, we will be able to lose the inches at the belly. By the way, just can you just tell us about the inches lost at the belly? I know I'm skipping through the questions right now. Just a quick one. How many inches down, sir? For 10.
I used to wear size 40 inches for my pants. Now I'm down to 33.
Wow, well done. Well done on doing the work, bro. 7 inches down. Is my math right? They all know my math. It's not right.
I think you're using Excel sheet, right, in front of you.
Right, let me just pull it out.
I have a running joke with Coach Sharm, because sometimes when he puts weights on the deadlift, he makes a mistake with the calculation, and I end up lifting heavier than I thought in my mind. And then we realized, hey, how come so heavy? And then he miscalculated, but in a good way though, because I end up lifting heavier than I thought I would.
Thank you for your understanding, bro. Many people know me. Most of you guys, all my clients know me. I have 2 disabilities. Number 1, I cannot count. Number 2, I cannot tell time. So, but it will work on for your benefit, lah. Hopefully. Okay, sir. Let me get on to the next question that I have for you. These problems and challenges that you face, right? When you faced with this challenge or challenges, you did reach out to me, and with I want to apologize publicly right now that I actually did not reply to your messages, which was last year, right? For a long time, I took a long time to reply. So for those of you who are watching, I apologize if I'm not be replying your messages. I do get like more than 20, 30, chats that comes up. I think most of us have that, right? So please accept my apologies, bro. And thank you so much for your persistence and your resilience in trying to get in contact with me. And I thank you so much for having me in your journey. Superb, man. Like, if you didn't have that kind of resilience, right? I think I wouldn't meet you, and I feel blessed to have clients like you in my journey as a coach. So thank you so much, sir. All right, so let's get to the next question, okay? Why, out of the many places, many coaches, why did you come to me for assistance and a little bit of guidance?
First of all, maybe you were good looking enough, but no, just joking.
Oh,
No, I
must
have
be
to
this.
say, I have to say the trainers that I've met are a lot more like what I said. They work with you in the gym, and that was about it. So I didn't find that to be comprehensive or encompassing, right? And then I felt there were gaps in my knowledge of how to get back to the fitness journey. I wasn't sure whether I was eating right, for example, whether nutrition played a part in stopping me or constraining me from losing weight, for example. I didn't know whether there were other parts that I should be looking at, whether it's my sleep patterns, whether it's my intake of certain types of beverages or drinks, for example, and so on. So I think then I came across what you've done. Okay, then I look, okay lah, this guy got qualification lah, so maybe he knows something that I don't lah, right? And it was just not about exercise or about gym, right? I felt there was a whole lot more that you talked about. So I was interested. I was wondering though whether this one scam or not, this one, or this one is like talk big can deliver or not, right? So, but I felt I've tried so many things, and I was at the stage where I definitely wanted to do something about my health, my overall fitness, etc. That I felt okay, just give this a shot, and we'll see how it goes. So I was relying more on your credentials, your qualifications, going by the things that you have shared, and then look at how it goes. And that was it, really. Yeah.
Wow.
And I think you did have some videos that you posted out there that talked about these different topics, right? So I felt, okay, maybe the breadth of the topics covered meant that you looked at more wholesome approach, I guess, to things, right? Because otherwise, it's not just about losing weight after all. Later on, must know how to keep it off, right? So that it becomes sustainable. So that you don't do something which is short-term in nature.
Thank you so much, Bro Fendi, for that one. For the little sharing that you did. I want to ask you, okay, when you first like approached me, I know that you said that it might be some other reasons, right, to why you're not losing the weight. Did you think that when you came into the Body Thrive VIP program that you'll be on a journey where it involves sleep, it involves eating at the right time, eating at the right speed, right? Or perhaps doing the right kind of exercises. Maybe the exercises, yeah lah, because like you've been an athlete before, you know the right exercises will lead to the right results, yeah. But many people, because I am known as the personal trainer, like I created the Lose to Win program back in 2008, 2009 with the Health Promotion Board and all that. So many people know me as a physical trainer. But when you came into the VIP, what was it that you found out that is different with the VIP program compared to, let's say, go for a boot camp class or like a gym? Yeah, what's the difference?
First things first, I went in with the hope that you were not going to push me to do exercises or gym work, right? Because then that would lump you together with the other fitness trainers that I've come across, right? And that wasn't the case. When of course, when we start the program and we go through onboarding, we go through all the different, we go through the success guide, right? The content of the success guide will let others wonder what it's about, but suffice to say, the success guide is starts off not with exercise, Starts off with other things, right? And this whole program really, if I could say what it is about, two things. Number one, it's a system. And as in all system, all the different parts need to work together to that then can drive synergy in terms of the results. It's when it all comes together, right? The good part about this system, it's not a one-size-fits-all system. It's a system where you find your own path, but good enough for you to tailor it to your own situation. Like I have knee injury, I have back, right? I'm of a certain weight, right? I have certain goals, right? Which may not be the same for other people, right? So I think that helps. It's a system. And then the second one is around what I would say the 3M, right? Which is mindset, first and foremost. The makan, which is the nutrition. And then movement, right? Which encompasses a whole body of things, right? So on the outset, I felt, yeah, it was I like the approach because I'm also the type of person, when I go into something, I need to know why. Don't just tell me to do, tell me why, what's the reason behind this, what's the logic? Because if we understand the logic and the reasons behind it, then I think it equips us better when we want to maintain those habits well into the future, right? You equip yourself with these knowledge rather than just doing it for the sake of rote learning, etc. So I find that to be useful because then I understand the why, and that helps me.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, one of the things that was in my mind before I created the VIP program. By the way, it has been evolving. Before this, it was the CS mentorship, and then it has evolved to CS mentorship 2.0, and then now it's the VIP Body Thrive VIP fat loss program. And I've always wanted this to be a learning program, and I'm glad that from what I can hear, like you agree, because a learning program requires us to have an understanding of the basic science. You don't have to go into complexities and all, but at least the basic science, why we do this exercise, why are we eating at this time, why are we stopping to eat at this time, how to, control, how to be able to program the mind to control, and everything has got its science behind it. But of course, rote learning, what you said, right? Most of us, I would say, unfortunately, want to get a quick fix, and you just follow monkey see monkey do, which works for some people. But I believe that if we have a solid foundation and then it's ingrained into our system, then it will help you keep the weight off, which is basically one of the key KPIs that I have for myself. So after the 90 days that you are in the program, my goal is so that you can continue doing this by yourself. Of course, if you feel that you need a bit more time to be with me in your journey, I'd be glad to be with you. Like some of my personal training clients have been with me for more than 12, 13, 14 years. Yeah, and we just got to know each other, and then now we're also going into personal training, right? So we have our Body Thrive program, and also into personal training. And you, as one of the seniors in the Body Thrive program, by the way, thank you so much, bro, for sharing your knowledge, your expertise. Yeah, I would say expertise, because not many people can change or can drop from a 3-digit to a 2-digit, right? Last time you were from a 3-digit club. Now you're in a 2-digit club. So thank you so much for sharing, coaching, and co-coach with me and the rest in the VIP family chat group. So thank you.
So, Coach, if I may add something, I think in general today with the internet, right? Information is quite easy to find online. There's so many YouTube videos, so many different sources of information one can find, right? To the point that I think it can be confusing too, because some people say breakfast is king. Some people say don't eat breakfast. Hey, which one is the right one, man? Right? So
Yeah.
In the VIP, we do have some of the answers in there. Won't share what those answers are, but all I would say is it's a personal choice, right? where then you embrace that path that fits you, and you progress accordingly. So, and this is where I feel there's value in having a coach, right? To kind of equip you with the right knowledge, kind of showing the path, but you still got to do the work in the end, because it's yourself, right? It's not the answer is in yourself, not so much with a coach.
Yeah, so this is one of the things that I move away from in terms of my pitch and my proposal usually. Like when someone comes in and into a conversation with me, asking me whether I can help them lose 10 kg in 3 months. In the past, as a coach, I'm very confident, can, and usually we can do it, yeah. But in the VIP program, what we do, what I say right now is basically, you need to do the doable work, right? Because I'm not with you for like I did not see you in the first 3 months. Did we meet in the first 3 months? No, it was purely online. Like this is what we've been doing, and like I find that it's amazing. I personally find it amazing, even though I've been doing it for a few years already. So I feel blessed. Of course, as you know, I also choose my clients lah. So I qualify first. Okay, make sure that you are okay, you are willing to do the work. But a lot of people are scared, right? When we say do the work, they think it's tough. Yeah. So there are two things that's in the VIP, and I don't know whether you agree or not. Number one is the work that you do must be doable. Yeah, which means if it's difficult, then make it easy, right? And the next thing is this: every time you do your work, do the work, as in like you eat well, or you have a bit of thought before you eat, it has got to get you 1% better than yesterday. Yeah. So these are the two things that a lot of people are worried about, but these are the two things that's ingrained into our system. We can always regress and progress, but most of the time, because it's doable, we can continuously do it consistently. Yeah. Okay, bro. Thank you. Let me ask you the next one. What value did you get from the VIP program, and do you feel that the investment is okay?
What's the value of good health? I think that's a difficult. I think that's an easy question to answer, right? When we think about the times when we are sick, or when we're not able to do the normal things that we take for granted. In my case, when I had my knee issue, the ability to just walk, right, from my bed to the toilet, right, difficult thing to do. So I think the value that I get is in terms of not only a better overall physical state, right? Of course, I feel lighter. I can do more things, right? One of the things that I do since I started was I like to go for walks. When I first started in mid-February, I only walked maybe 3 kilometers maximum around my house, right? This past 2 weeks ago, I completed the Coast to Coast Trail, which is about 40 kilometers in total with my son and a good friend. Did I think that I was going to be able to do that when I started out in February? No, I didn't. But it was one of those things that I wanted to be able to do. But better than that, my recovery period was just 1 day. That's it. I didn't like suffer aches and terrible pains that lasted for days and days. No, I didn't. In fact, the next day I could go to Pasar Geylang, just to do marketing for the family, and it was all okay for me. So I think that's the value. Secondly, I think with good health, you can do more things, right? You can do, in the case of Muslims, you can do your prayers. You feel lighter. You can do extras if you wanted to, right? You can fast the extra if you wanted to. And then third, you just feel more better energy, in a better mental health, better mental state, which is important for us because we continue to work from home, right? So I think being in good physical and mental health actually helps a lot. And then finally, I think is the ability to try and help other people as well, that may be in the same shoes, right? Because not having good health can have other repercussions, right? Like your morale can be low, your self-esteem can be low, right? Your level of energy can be low. You get sick a lot of times, etc. So if taking all those into consideration, yeah, of course, this program, like other programs, require investments, not only from a monetary perspective, but also from focus, from having even to sacrifice some things maybe for a short term, but longer term you still can go back to eating some of those things, no problems, right? As long as you understand the principles behind it and you remain in control instead of your environment controlling you, well, then I think this program is real value for money. But the I guess in normally, right, when we need to fork out the investment, it can be heavy now because you haven't seen the effect yet, right? But once you see the effects and the results, the outcomes, and how it helps you and your family as well, I think it's all going to be worth it. It's my view.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, many of us who have not gone into a. Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Many of us who have not embarked on a health program, we always firstly look at the monetary value that we need to forgo, but always remember that it is priceless when we have like 7 kgs, 7 inches of your tummy is, I feel, is priceless, right? You can keep on exercising, but then you don't see the results, and then you're just going to waste time, and then you're going to feel that you are frustrated, right? So congratulations on losing that 7 inches. Did I say it right? Yes, I did. Yeah, well done. And for those of you who are considering to be in a like fatloss program or an exercise program, I would strongly encourage you to consider investing in a good coach. Yeah, it doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be this program, but find a coach that you have the same frequency with, and so that your journey will be easier, right? And then when you are doing your exercises, you don't feel pain. And this is one of the things that we do in the VIP. We, as much as possible, we want to move forward without being I want to say being in pain, like it's all these sharp pains at the body here and there. We are trying to minimize this. No pain, no gain mantra is a no go for most of us, especially us parents who are above 40. Yeah, talking about exercise. Yeah, let me just show. Let me just put this on the screen for now. Don't know whether oh, look at this. So, Brother Fendi have lost 16 kgs. Not only that he lost 16 kg, like many people can lose 16 kg, not a problem. But this gentleman can play rugby again, okay? Okay, bro. Your pull-ups 0.5. Remember we started at 0.5 to 4.5 this morning, right? I saw you this morning. Yeah, and then your deadlift, you can hit 100 kg, and then you can bench press 60 kgs, leg press. So not only that you lost weight, but you are so much stronger, bro. So how do you feel about this? Being able to get back that youth, and while you share, allow me to copy and paste something else for you. Okay, come, tell me how you feel.
I have to say I have this debate with coach sometimes during our sessions where he says, "Oh, you can do even more," and I will tell him, "No lah, I'm quite happy with what I can do now." But I think for me more important is just about progression, right? Because the ability to improve from one state to another shows that you're making some progress on trying to get better health, right? And I think even for my fellow VIP teammates, right? I call them teammates because that's what we really are. We're almost like, we call ourselves VIP family, right? Because we actually encourage each other. We share tips, right? We share experience so that others can pick up from it, learn from it. I think it's a pretty thriving group. That progression is just important. So for me, being able to, I think I should be able to hit maybe 5, 6. The aim is to hit 10 next year.
Yeah.
So the ability to do that is just saying that we're making good progression on the health, the fitness, the strength, right? That then allows us to hopefully have a better quality of life. Not so much for bragging rights and so on. Although I am keeping an eye on what my sons can do, right? But I've actually given up because all my 3 older boys can do more than 12, 15 pull-ups at one go. So I don't have an ambition anymore to go beat them. But I think bench press, I've got a chance to beat them. So, but I think mostly it's about progression.
Yes, sir.
And
Thank you. Yeah, progression is what we want. And it's also good to have a little bit of friendly competition just for the fun of it. Us being fathers, we want our kids to be faster, stronger than us. Yeah, and I think you've done a good job, man, in this. And then now, not only that you made them stronger and more high level of endurance, now you have to catch up with them. I've got another one here. Your push-ups, 45. What is this? What magic is this? 45. There's a graph, but I don't have the graph right now. And then, of course, your girth, your measurements, 70 cm off, and the metabolic age. You're younger now, bro. Remember the first few days that you entered? I'm quite confident. I said you will be younger, my friend. You feel younger.
61? Well, so yeah, metabolic age measures your basal metabolic rate, right? In terms of, and then where that fits within the age range. Yeah, when I first started in mid-Feb, I'm 47 in real years, but my metabolic age when I first started was 61. That one is a bit outdated. I'm actually 45 now in terms of my metabolic age.
Sorry.
So and it's quite surprising. There are things that surprise me. For example, I with knee pain, I can still run and finish 5K quite okay. Not particularly fast times, but okay lah. I can do below 35, maybe a bit closer to 30 minutes, which is not too bad, right? I think it's just the ability to do more things, right? To explore more things. I did when I first started pan out some of the goals that I wanted to do, right? One of which was to be able to run when I felt like running, and to be able to do long walks, go for hikes, not a problem. That 45 push-ups is really based on some research that I read, which was if you it's the correlation between push-ups and the risk of heart attacks, right? Yeah. So yeah, at this age, probably being able to do 40 or more. So that was the motivation to try and do 45 at one go, right? So yeah, but I think it's a total total approach lah. Not just it wasn't just all about exercise, because if it's all about exercise, then it would be quite difficult to sustain.
Thank you, bro. Okay. I know when we have our conversations, you always say that you must let other people know that you are not only about exercise. In fact, our exercise part is only a little a little bit. Yeah, most of the time is a lot on our mindset and a lot on psychology, on how we can increase our discipline, our motivation, and eating right, and how we view life, the different worldviews. We talk about the blue pill and the red pill and things like that. And why I wanted to just mention all this, because I feel that it is amazing that you have managed to get all this fitness. What I want to say, fitness metrics that has leveled up, that you didn't, perhaps you didn't even think about in the first place. Maybe at the back of your mind, like, you know, you want to get fitter, but you have been trying to exercise. You've been exercising anyway, right? But
Yeah.
along the way, as you lose the inches and get a lower percentage of body fat, then you get all these things that comes along with it lah, which is a higher level of fitness. And like what you said, progression is extremely important. Many of us like look at it like, so what if they can do 45 push-ups? Well, like what you said, right? If I'm not mistaken, I don't know whether I was the one who told you, you know, like it's a study from Harvard that shows that if you can do 40 push-ups at one go, your chances of lowering your CRDs, coronary risk diseases, goes down a lot. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to ask you to do for 40, but we didn't really go crazy on it with it.
Yeah.
We actually started exercising, I told you, right, 10 minutes a day. And this 10
Yep.
minutes a day is actually interesting, because those who do the 10 minutes still lose weight, and like for yourself, you find that this 10 minutes propel you to do a little more than 10 minutes, because you see the benefits from it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I've got more questions for you. You got time?
Sure, of course.
Okay, what advice would you have to anyone who is looking at starting out on this Body Thrive VIP program, or like thinking about it right now? Because right now, even in the comments, I've got one gentleman who's asking about the program, and he may want to consider joining. So what's your advice for people who are considering this program, sir?
So first thing I feel is the need to define your why very strongly, right? We've got to have something that keeps us going and motivates us to do the work, right? And if we find that this is important enough to do, then we need to set our hearts and minds on doing it, right? Is this smooth sailing, easy? No, because if it was, a lot of people wouldn't have a lot of excess weight, right? If it was easy. But is it doable? Yes, it is definitely doable, right? But you've got to have your intent has got to be strong. And I think for Muslim brothers and sisters out there, everything starts with intent, right? And if we want to do it for the right reasons, I think help will come from coach and from the greater being, right? So that's first. The second one I feel is when it comes to good health, I don't think, and as what I've mentioned before, I don't think it's possible to measure the outcome, the effect in terms of actual dollars and cents. So honestly, when I said, okay, I invest, I never thought about, Alama, am I getting value or not from this program? Sink so much dollars in. I mean, not so much until coach becomes super rich, right? No, but I never thought about that. All I thought about was, okay, already put in some money, fine. So now got to focus on doing the work, right? Number two. Number three, do it also, and this might sound strange, do it because of your love for yourself, right? And your love for yourself, not in selfish terms, but your love for yourself because you've been blessed with your current physical being, and you have a responsibility and accountability to look after it in the best way possible, right? And then only then you can be of benefit to other people and not be a burden to them. So I think that can help to keep you going. And then finally, look at this as a journey, not as a journey and not as a snapshot of a period of time in your life. Because if you look at it as a snapshot of a period of time in your life, 3 months, then it's no different from dieting, no different from some crash courses that you go through, right? But look at this as a journey where you got to have patience, right? Where you know you're going to have some gains, some losses along the way, but ultimately you want to make sure that you gain more than you gain a lot more. You have net gain, right? So then you know that you are moving forward. So even my own fitness journey is not, this is only for me the start. I've only been with Coach Sharm for 10 months and I've got those results. But where I'm looking forward to 2021, I can now then plan for the first time in so many years, right? I don't have to say, I want to lose weight, da, 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 da. Instead, I could go on to some other goals, right? For example, I want to be more conditioned, right? To enable my overall fitness to be more encompassing than just losing weight, for example, right? I want to be stronger to be able to do this and that. So, yeah, I would say those are the main things, right? So the intent, don't count so much the dollars and cents and focus on the work that needs to be done, right? Do it for the love of yourself so that you can be of benefit to others afterwards. And then finally, you know, it's a journey that we go through, not a snapshot in a time of your life.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing because many people, when they want to lose weight, they do for one reason: lose weight. Yeah, you true blue VIP, bro. So yeah, we do things.
It's a means to an end. It's a means to an end, not an end in itself necessarily.
Yeah, because when we have all this intense stated, when we know our big whys, right, and then we go deep into the why we want to lose weight, it's amazing to see how much our motivation can increase. And with that, it's not only a temporary thing, but it will be a lifestyle. Yeah, and that's why in the program, I hope yourself, and I know you and the rest of the VIPs who are doing the work, they know that this is a lifestyle, and every day there needs to be some kind of doable effort, yeah, to keep our body, because our body will always be changing in terms of like our hormones will most probably slacken off and work against us if we do slack. So we need to take care of ourselves, just like we take care of our cars. Those of you who have cars, we need to send for maintenance every once in a while. The human body needs to be maintained every single day, and it is a hard truth. It's the hard truth, right? It's a fact that we need to keep on maintaining our body, which, by the way, it doesn't mean that when you maintain your body, it's going to be a difficult thing lah. Yeah, so just know that. Oh, by the way, we didn't talk about something, bro. We did not talk about slacking. Let's talk about slacking. There's a lot of slacking regression in the VIP program, right? Because when we talk about this, you see all your numbers. It's like, wow, Effendy has been doing a lot of work. Can you maybe share with us how, because I factor in slack, right? Lazy days, regression. We talked about regression just now, right? You went for a staycation. We have everything in the VIP program, because regression, being lazy and not doing the right things, is actually part of the journey. So maybe you can share with us in this 10 months, right? How has it been, this regression principle that we have, sir?
If I may talk about some challenges on the program, where regression and laziness is one of the challenges, right? Just trying to take a bit of a broader perspective. So there will be days when we don't feel like doing what we're supposed to do, when we don't feel like eating right, when we don't feel like exercising, when we don't feel like getting up. There will be days. And when you have those days, I guess you have a choice. And I think both choices are viable choices. You can say, all right, I'm going to give in to my laziness, and then just do what I want to do, etc. But I think the VIP program teaches you that, okay, sure, you can be lazy on your eating. Okay, eat anyhow, huh? But maybe even in eating anyhow, you still maintain some good habits in the eating. So you eat anything you want, but maybe 2 or 3 of the micro habits you maintain, right? So you don't go, you're still in control, right?
Yeah.
Or, okay, you can eat anyhow, whatever you like, but you balance it off with doing something else, right? Maybe make sure your sleep don't compromise. Make sure you move throughout the day, right? Because then it becomes a lifestyle you can adopt, right? Because you understand how you need to balance different factors. And so it doesn't mean that you have bad days, everything goes bad, right? Surely you can have bad days in one area, but you make good in some other areas, right? So yes, there will be regression. And I think recognizing that there's progression and regression also means that you need to be patient with the results, right? So one challenge of this program is some people would be discouraged, right? Oh my God, I've done all the doable stuff, but where's the result, right? Got some result, but it's not what I'm expecting, right? I expected to lose 20 kilos. I'm only losing 2. But as what I mentioned, the program is a system that's designed to fit you, the individual. So if you go through and you've done all the different methods, then you need to find those 3-4 things that actually work very well for you, and then work on those, and then make them better over time, and then the results will come. I went through this phase. I cannot remember when, coach. There was one time that we spoke about, and then now I'm a numbers person. I monitor everything in my matrix, and then I shared with coach, and I said, see, I've been doing all this, but these 2 things I'm not doing well. Maybe it's why my weight loss is stagnating. So I actually discussed this with coach, and this is the benefit, I guess, of having a coach, which is we brainstorm, okay, maybe I should work on this part of it, and then it will, so my weight loss came back up, right? And stopped stagnating. So maybe that's one challenge, but this program allows you to have regression days, but mostly progression days. And inbuilt into that is the need to be patient. The second one, I think, is about feeling discouraged when the outcomes don't seem to go your way. And one approach is to give up, right? A lot of people just sink so much money in, right? Not seeing results. What a useless program. Just like all the other programs that I've gone through, right? But I think this is a challenge, and I've mentioned how we can go around it. The third one is monotony, because sometimes you are so ingrained doing the doable things. Sometimes, gosh, I feel so bad. At one point in time, I did tell coach, oh man, this is like, damn, this monotonous is boring, right? And so on. But this program allows you to go out and break out of that monotony once in a while, break the rules, regress, etc. And then come back to a more stable state afterwards, and then keep going. So I think that's the approach that I like, because it keeps everything real, right? You don't live in an artificial bubble that will burst once you know. I can't engage coach all the time, you know. I need to be there to do stuff on my own eventually. So I think having this approach ingrained really helps.
Thank you. Wow. so much I want to talk that I forget what I want to say. Wonderful. It's great that to know that you feel that this is a system that can be with you even in the next 5-10 years. I extend what you say lah, because that's the goal, right, of this Body Thrive program is a learning system where you learn in these 3 months such that you will be able to use it beyond the 3 months or even like 1 year or 2 years if we are together training together, it is supposed to be that way. And when it comes to learning, there is always a time factor that we need to put in lah. So be patient, focus on the work, focus on the processes, which by the way is the number one. There's a lot of number ones. One of the number ones that we do in the VIP, we focus on the processes. Like I told you guys in the VIP that once you come into the VIP, we do talk about weight loss, but most of the time, what do you do to get this weight loss? Yeah, because it is not magical, right? Suddenly the weight, even though like Ustaz Aljunied always say that I'm a magician, I'm not. It is you who are the magician because you are doing the work, right? All of you are doing the work. And when you do focus on the processes instead of just the product goal, which is looking at the weight, which by the way, we know when we look at the weight, our motivation levels can drop because the weight may not change, right? But your body shape changes. Yeah, so that's what you're doing. All of you have been doing, and that's super. Thank you for that. Okay, I got 2 more questions. Highlights. I think we already talked about this just now. Share with us any highlights in terms of the results you have seen with this program so far. Now we talked about the numbers already just now. Perhaps if you're okay, I want to ask you something from the personal side. Okay. Right?
Sure.
Maybe you have told me this. Now we talk about improving our ability in terms of our fitness, in terms of our health. We do want to see the metrics move to in a favorable susah betul nak cakap ni, favorable direction, yeah, which means you want a fitness level goes up, you want your fat percentage to go down. How about your activities of daily living? You did mention just now some things, but how do you feel? Okay, what feelings do have changed, like when you were 16 kgs heavier last time, and now what do you feel right now, bro? How do you I know you're a very confident person, so I don't want to say that how's your confidence level and all that. Maybe you know how to say this better than I do, so please, the floor is yours.
Well, I think the level, one of the reasons that that motivated me to get onto the program also is to show my kids that if you put your heart and mind on doing something, you can do it, right? And so now I feel like I have the moral authority to tell them, right, that you can accomplish things no matter what your age is, no matter what state you're in, right? If you set your hearts and minds on it, you get the appropriate help to do so, right? Because this journey, as in a lot of things in life, is you need help, and you gotta not be shy about asking for help from others, right? So don't have this big egotistical head about yourself, right? That it's only about you. So I think that's one benefit. The ability to set a positive example for my 4 boys. The other one is my wife. My wife is actually, she's not unfit. She's not fat by any measure at all. And she does her yoga, she does her badminton sessions every week, but she's also now much more conscious about food choices, right? Initially, I mean, I know we're encouraged sometimes to prepare our own meals and all that, but I really have no time to do that. So my wife is my main pillar of support. initially it was a bit challenging because she needs to think about the substitutes for me, right? In order for me to be able to eat right. And by the way, this doesn't happen very often because a lot of times I can actually eat whatever my wife cooks, no problem at all, right?
Yeah.
Which is a bit amazing, right? Because I think there's a certain misconception sometimes that just because you want to lose weight, you need to change 360 degrees of everything that you eat, right? So I'm not the type that I can eat those salad and fish and chicken done in a certain Western manner, and I go like, no, I have a Malay palate, right? So well, my wife is can still cook whatever she wants to cook, but she just needs to make certain adjustments along the way, right? And now she's also much more conscious of that. So I feel like as a family, we probably are eating better, eating more healthy, right? Without sacrificing our favorite dishes, right? I think it's more about how we eat, the apportionment and so on and so forth, which are all part of the program. So I think the benefits not only is for me, but also for my family too. And those are the stuff that I think are side benefit. Because I like to do brisk walking, right? I actually just got a check for $50 this morning from my insurance company because I clocked some minimum number of steps and they reward you for that. Okay, cool. I'll use it to buy some things for the family. That's it. So those are, I guess, the other side benefits now on top of the core ones that
Nice.
I've.
I don't know whether you realize or not. Well done, by the way, for your $50. The side benefits also for joining. If you realize, right, the meals in terms of cost of your meals also might go down. Like the cost of your breakfast when you are in the VIP program goes down tremendously low, right? So yeah, many people always think that it needs to be like salad and expensive food. Of course, you need to have quality food, but yeah, you look
They
at
are
it.
alternatives. They are alternatives. They are good alternatives. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, just now I interrupted your video with the path that we have. I want to show that later. Before we get into that, just a gentle reminder for those of you who are still watching this, thank you so much for sharing. And this interview is being done because of Brother Effendy, who wants other people to have the same benefit as him. He has lost weight and he's lost the body fat percentage that he has been carrying on for a few years, right, bro? Yeah, and well done for that. And hopefully, with our videos, with our sharing, it can inspire others to start making changes to their bodies, getting 1% better every single day, lah. Yeah, and
I finally found a program that gets me to where I needed to go, right? Which is separating a real program that works versus programs that claim to work, but either does it in a crash course type, not sustainable over time. So then results in the yo-yo, right? So yeah, you are heavy and then you lose weight, then heavy, lose weight again. I think that's yo-yo and that's very unhealthy, right? In terms of getting something that's more sustainable, teaches me how to have a healthier lifestyle. So I think taking all of those into consideration, this is well worth the investment, great value for money. I'm a tough marker, so.
Okay, for those of you who don't know Brother Fendi, may I share with everyone what you do?
Sure, no.
Yeah, what you did, like in terms of work. Well, Mr. Fendi here used to work for Google. Okay, so as you know, Google only takes in the best, right? Even if I know you're humble, you might say, oh, no, they take in the best, man. It's like the best of the best works in Google. And yeah, his standards are extremely high. And whenever I interact with Brother Fendi here, sometimes can stress me out. Okay, but this gentleman also has got the kindest heart. Like whenever he says something, he wants me to improve, so that perhaps I can help other people improve also. But thank you, bro. Thank you so much. And
Always,
really,
always room for improvement.
always. Yeah, always. Yeah. And it's always changing, right? What works today may not work tomorrow. And this is something we teach and we coach in the VIP program also. Yeah. So thank you so much for that, bro. Maybe before we stop this sharing, I just share my screen here and just yeah, because I in the how do I say this? In our title, I said 3 ways, right, to reduce 16 kg. So let's take a look at the 3 ways. And there's many things here. These are the things we do in the VIP. Many people think that it is only about fitness, which is not only about fitness, because when you are here, you are focusing on the third stage of your journey. And this is why many people struggle. Yeah, because after 3 months, they will gain weight again. What we want is stage one is to up your foundation or to start building good solid foundations, which Bro Fendi mentioned just now. It's about systems, right? This whole thing is a system, but we have that bottom layer where in terms of foundation, we need to start learning on doing the right things, eating the right things, thinking the right things. And then of course, we need to have some form of accountability and guidance. And then we need to up our motivation and discipline. This can be done subconsciously or even deliberately. Yeah. And we do this building these foundations in the VIP. And then the next stage is where you start to transform. Many people want to lose weight because they focus on exercise. Our intent is to change the hormones such that they work for us. Being 40 and above, our hormones go a little haywire sometimes. Actually, most of the time, then this is the reason why if we find it hard to lose weight. Yeah. And of course, we want to have our metabolism up so that when we are resting, we can still burn fat. Like right now, I know that Brother Fendi is burning fat as compared to someone who don't do the VIP exercises. So we can enjoy whatever that we are doing when we are not exercising. We don't exercise to burn calories. Yeah, we exercise. Yes, nothing wrong with burning calories, but we do smarter things to burn the calories, which is basically to exercise right. Yeah. Let me just put it there because it's a long story if I want to continue, and it's 1 hour already. And the next part we talk about nutrition. Yeah, and a lot of times when we talk about nutrition, many people think it is about eating less. It is actually about nourishing our body, about feeding our body so that we can build our metabolism and fix our hormones. Yeah, look at it from that point of view. And I'll coach you if you are in the Body Thrive VIP program. I'll coach you on how to do this and have a very positive relationship with your food. Yeah, which is very important. Okay, and not only that, it is for us. Like for most of us, I think if you are watching this, you might be a parent, and being a parent, you need to know what to coach your kids, right? What to eat right so that it helps them with brain development. It helps them with energy levels. So this is extremely important to me, right? How to nourish your body properly. And this is a transformation stage. This is part 2 or stage 2. And then of course we get into a consistency. Once we start to lose weight, we body transform, 7 kgs down, 7 inches down, 16 kgs down, increasing our ability, our fitness abilities. From here, then we focus on the other parts here, which is to be consistent in doing the work even beyond the 3 months. Yeah, and then we increase our standards. We live life by design, and how we design it is something that we all need to learn. Of course, the next part is optimization, like what Bro Fendi said just now. We can tweak. We need to be able to learn what works for us, what don't work for us. If this doesn't work for us, what are the things we need to change? Now, if you were to be with a personal trainer, which is nothing wrong with that, you need him to do it for you. And most of the time, he will only coach you on the fitness side. Yeah. So by being in the Body Thrive VIP program, I think it's good for me to mention this. It is a learning program such that you can optimize every single little step that we have in here. Yeah. So that being said, I hope that for those of you, by the way, for those of you who want to learn more about Body Thrive program and want to download the PDF that I have here, please feel free to go to bodythrive.co and download the PDF. There is also a free coaching video on this, about 20 minutes on what all these things mean. Okay, so Brother Fendi, thank you so much, sir, for spending your time with me. And I really appreciate you having me in your journey. I feel humble, and I hope our friendship, yeah, will go on beyond this phase lah, in a way, this learning phase that we are doing together. Yeah. And if you have any advice for me, please feel free to tell me and teach me. That's the only way that I can learn, because it cannot be one way, right? There's no point, like what you said, like it depends on my you got me, you contacted me because of my credentials. Yes, and I thank you. That's like opening the door. But what I do as a coach is actually I evolve, I feel, right, and I aspire to evolve based on the interactions that I have with you and the rest of my clients, because it is not one way. Yeah, it is not one way. And even with the weights, and even with your metrics that you said that you have all your numbers there, I always ask you how you feel about this, and what are the things what do you think you need to change, instead of me giving you instructions. I hope you look at it that from that point of view, that I want you to be able to decide yourself with a little bit of perhaps guidance, based on whatever little credentials that I have. So yeah.
Yeah, so I appreciate being part of the journey too, Coach. So lots more work to be done. Still a few more goals to meet for 2021. So look forward to it.
Yeah, I look forward to being with you in 2021 to help you reach all those goals. And of course, as you know, I will nudge you. Whatever goals that you set, I will want it to be slightly higher, like just a bit, 1%. Okay. Okay, bro. Thank you very much for your time. Do you have
Thank you, Coach.
any last few words you want to share with others before we stop this interview?
No, I just hope that the purpose of doing this tonight was really just for me to share my experience, and my understanding is I think hopefully there'll be more members of the VIP program that will also step forward to also share their experience, because I think all of us have got different profiles, different goals, and different stories, right? And I hope the purpose of this is really to help anyone out there who's thinking of or who needs to get better health and so on, to get onto the journey. It's we should start right away if we can, right? And keep going. Health is golden for all of us, especially at this age. So hopefully this helps. Thank you for the opportunity to share.
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much for doing this with me. And for those of you who are still watching, I thank you so much for watching, being with us for the past 1 hour. If you just joined us, please feel free to watch this later on. It's recorded. It's going to be on my timeline. It's going to be on all the platforms that I've already shared with. So please feel free to watch this again and be inspired and learn how you yourself can lose body fat and get back the body that you want. Yeah. And of course, if you find that this might help other people, other parents, do feel free to like or heart, comment and share. Right? And it will help us reach out to more people who may need who may need to lose weight. Yeah. Just remember that whatever that you share may make a big impact on other people's life. Like, you never know, like, someone who, like, you share an exercise tip or a food tip or a strategy, and then that person actually follows through with it. You never know that the health will change over a course of 4-5 years. Yeah, diabetes might go down, heart rate diseases, the risk goes down. They get happier. The relationships with their family increases. There's so many things that can happen when you share good things. Yeah, talking about share, bro. Don't mind me just a little bit before we put down the phone. phone is this we are going to do a restart challenge. Yeah, let's talk about it a bit. Just 2 minutes. It is a free 7-day challenge for those of you who want to restart exercising again. Now, many of us, when we want to start exercising, we are very worried that tomorrow our bodies feel sore, or we get knee pain, or perhaps the exercises need to be extremely difficult to see results, or perhaps you need to be sweating so much to see the results. Or perhaps you just feel shy, or don't know what exercises to do. So this 7-day restart exercise challenge, for those of you guys, especially if you're a parent who don't have much time, we're only going to do 5 minutes max a day. If you don't have 5 minutes, I'm asking for 4 minutes. If you don't have 4 minutes, I'm asking for 3, if not 2, if not 1. Yeah, there are so many things that we can do in this 1 minute to get started. Yeah, and the things that I'm going to share with you are based on the things that I coach in the VIP program to help you love exercise and be consistent in doing exercise, such that you look forward to do your exercise not only beyond the 7 days, okay, not only on the 7th day, but even on the 700th day from the start of the exercise challenge. So feel free to go and join us at bodythrive.co/restart 2021. Yeah, so that's where the sign up lies. We will get into our WhatsApp chat group and we will follow through from there. Okay, so Prof. Effendy, thank you so much for being with me again, and we'll catch up with you again soon. Yeah, thank you, bro.
Thank you, Coach. Take care.
Thank you, everyone. Take care. God bless. Assalamualaikum.
So now.